Hey guys, what is going on? Payne here once again, and welcome back to my Valencia career on FIFA 14 Next Gen on the PS4. There is the league table. Valencia now find themselves in a Champions League spot for next season. Only 4 games remain of La Liga, and it's still possible for this Valencia side to reach 3rd spot, coming in behind both Real Madrid and Barcelona. As long as we can beat Atletico Madrid in this fixture at the Mestalla, that's all we had to do, and we could leapfrog them and go 3rd. And just taking a look at my starting 11, how good is it to see the likes of Douglas Costa back in the team, as well as Fidel, who have both been out for a long time with injuries, and now they're back right at the end of the season. Crucial time to return, because we're definitely going to need them both if we want to be getting that Champions League spot for next season. So seeing that we was playing at home against Madrid, I wanted to take the fight to them, prove our worth in La Liga, and just basically say, and don't forget we're here to stay, you know, and that this team shouldn't be overlooked. Yeah, we got knocked out of La Copa and we had a pretty dire start to the season, but you know what, we managed to turn that around just perfectly, and now we're in a decent position because of that Champions League spot. That's all I wanted to gain from this season, really, is to be in the Champions League for next season, because as you guys know, if you've watched from the start, I didn't activate Champions League for this season. I wanted to have that challenge of trying to take this Valencia side to the Champions League. Just 25 or 26 minutes into this game, my captain for Valencia, Matteo, had to go off injured. Apparently it was a hyper-extended knee, that injury, but when you look at the replay, it looked like he landed on his arm, may have broken it or dislocated it from his shoulder, and then he landed on his knee badly. Kind of feel sorry for the guy, so he's probably going to be out now for a couple of weeks, probably miss every single game remaining of the season. To look at that on the positive side, it's going to give the likes of Ricardo Costa, who is aging, a bit of a chance in the team, as well as Victor Ruiz. He's going to be able to come in and play a couple of games whilst Matteo is going to be out injured. But that's probably the only positive I could take from Matteo being injured, because our next fixture is to be played against Real Madrid. It's a crucial game in La Liga, and we definitely want to be picking up at least a point at the Bernabeu. We are going to be playing away, so a point or 3 points would definitely be welcomed for Valencia to add to the league table. One thing I am looking forward to next season, though, if we get that Champions League spot, is the transfer budget that I'm going to be given. I've read a couple of people that have actually done exactly the same as me. No Champions League for their first season, then their second season they was in the Champions League, and they received a pretty hefty budget of something like 35 to 40 million. So I'm looking forward, I'm rubbing my hands together. Just imagine the sort of player or players that I could bring in to increase the stature at Valencia. Just imagine it. It's going to be brilliant. But we had to focus on our next fixture. As I said, is against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Unfortunately, we did lose Matteo. He's going to be out for 4 weeks, so he will probably be back for the very last game of the season against Celta Vigo. Also, I couldn't start Adil Rami for this one. He was out due to lack of fitness. He's only just returned from injury, which is unfortunate, because I could have done with someone like him to strengthen our back four there. I had to go with Victor Ruiz and Ricardo Costa, so I was looking for maybe experience in Costa to keep that back four under control, keep it nice and tight, because the attack, it was going to come thick and fast from the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, Isco, Di Maria, you get the idea. Earlier in the season, Real Madrid were the team to knock my Valencia side out of La Copa. So unfortunate. It was easy, really, for Real Madrid when you look at it on the outside. But it was always going to be a hard fixture for Valencia, seeing that I didn't really bring in that many players to strengthen positions in the summer, or even January, which is past now. We're almost at the end of the season, but I'm not too sure whether any of you guys have come across this with any team that you take charge of in career mode. But come the end of the season, you seem to get into a groove of things, and you start picking up decent results. You start scoring tons of goals, and you just feel so unstoppable that maybe if you're in like a lower position, that you feel as though you might even have a chance of winning the league. That's what I kind of felt as we got closer and closer to the end of the season. Unfortunately there, Di Maria managed to slot the ball past Diego Alves. I was shocked when that went in. I thought it's going to go wide. But I was very surprised how he managed to squeeze the ball in there. Look how close it was to hitting the post. So unfortunate for Valencia. 1-0 down at the Bernabeu. It wasn't going to do this Valencia side the world of good, because the fans, they'd be banging the drums for more goals from Ronaldo and Di Maria. Take a look at that as well. Brilliant cross from Feghouli, picking out the head of Hones. And just looking at that replay, I personally don't think that should have been offside. The ball had left the feet of Feghouli when he was crossing it in, but Hones was still alongside Carvajal, is that? I think that's how you pronounce it. So I feel as though we was robbed of a goal there. We could have gone level with Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. But a bit later on, well, a minute before full time, Fidel, the guy brought in from Elche in the summer, made it 1-1. There is Ronaldo, disappointed in his team. He should be disappointed in himself, because the last couple of games I've actually played against Real Madrid, he hasn't been that much of a threat. I think he's just scored 1 goal, and that's been it. And I think we've played Real Madrid now 4 times this season, and that's quite a lot when you think about it. And he's only scored 1 goal when you expect Ronaldo to at least be scoring 2 goals each game. But there we have it, full-time score, 1-1 at the Bernabeu. I was pretty happy with that result. At least we didn't walk away without any points at all. After that game against Madrid, I took advantage of the press conference option that you can do before you play another game. This one was going to be against Levante away from home, and as you can see, they lack discipline. That's apparently what I said in my press conference, just to try and unnerve them ahead of this fixture, because those 3 points are important, because now I'm battling between Atletico Madrid for that 3rd spot. I'm certainly not happy with 4th. Yes, I'm in a Champions League spot, but I want 3rd. I want to come 3rd to round off a pretty decent season. For this game, I rested Douglas Costa and also Hones as well after that difficult fixture against Real Madrid. I brought in Leandro and Sergio Canales, and the most consistent player so far this season has to be Ever Banega. I think he's probably started every single game this season. He has been sensational. We opened up the scoring away from home against Levante, thanks to the Brazilian Leandro. What a fantastic start to the game. 22 minutes in, I was just hoping this was a start of things to come from Leandro with his career at Valencia. Now take a look at this. Leandro was offside, which meant Navas, the keeper for Levante, had to take the free kick. He blasted that field. Canales won my Valencia side a free kick way outside the box. It's something like 36 yards out yet, and I had Guardado step up to take it, and I was like, shall I go for it or shall I just cross in the ball? I went for it, and how unlucky was I there. I can't believe that was actually saved. I was gobsmacked. I was like, no, that should have been a goal. I was robbed of probably my first free kick on FIFA 14. Oh, so unfortunate. It really is. But the action didn't stop there. Leandro smacking the ball against the crossbar. Here is the replay of that free kick. Just look at the power from that strike from Guardado with his left foot. Oh, look, you'll see it even better here. The curl on the ball. And the keeper got a hand to it and knocked it up onto the post. Oh, just watching this back again. I'm so annoyed it didn't go in, because that probably would have been my goal of the season right there. Cristiano Ronaldo, eat your heart out, son. Keeper, why did you even have to dive? That should have been in the back of the net. It should have been 2-0 right there, and Guardado should have been celebrating. I'm just so gutted it didn't go in. So that was kind of like a determination for me to go on in this game and try and get a decent goal. Leandro made it 2-0 against Levante with another header. 2nd goal of the game. He's just on fire, unstoppable at the moment. Leandro, the Brazilian. That's how you do it, kids. That is how you do it. Picked out perfectly from that cross from Fidel. 2 summer signings linking up perfectly, straight down the middle. 9 minutes remained of the game. Could we go for a 3rd goal? Could Leandro possibly get his hat-trick? just to show our dominance against Levante. Last time we played them, I think it ended 1-0. Feghouli did manage to get our third goal of the game. Would you like salt with that chip, sir? Feghouli making it 3-0. What a wonderful finish. Glitching out there as the photographers stand still, shocked by that magnificent chip. Defenders unable to do a thing about it. Yes, I'm going to keep showing you the replays because it was a work of art. Beautiful. And that was a full-time score, guys. 3-0 to Valencia as we continue on to our last game of the season of La Liga. Can we get Champions League football for next season? I think it's pretty much confirmed. Guys, that's the end of this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.